welcome back to BLOCKTV. Now, due to the coronavirus pandemic, major global events have had to be canceled, including many crypto conferences. But not for these guys. No, these guys are putting it on virtually. Joining me today is Dror Avieli, ConsenSys VP of Customer Success, and Travis Blane, Ethereal Head of Programming and the one and only DeFi Dad.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks so much for having us. Excited to be on today.
All right, well, for sure. Always glad to have you guys on. You're a lot of fun. Now, you guys, like I said, you guys are not letting the COVID-19 stop this Ethereal Summit from happening. You guys are putting it on virtually on May 7th and 8th. Why do you think, and this one for you, Dror, why do you think a crypto conference can work virtually?
So first of all, I would like to give some credit to the ConsenSys legal counsel that early February started to ask us, what is your plan B? Somehow, I think most of us thought that it's just yet another flu. Somehow we decided that this is probably going to be more than that, and he started to put pressure on us, what is our plan B? And when we realized that we actually need to make some changes and there is no way that we will have any face-to-face event in May in ground zero of New York, we decided that we need to find an alternative, and obviously having a virtual event came into mind, cancellation came into mind. But if you think about the crypto ecosystem and the blockchain ecosystem, most of the people are very technical. Many of the people are around the world. They are used to do a lot of open source development and are used to work remotely. They are joining different meetups, different calls. And even during the early days when we started to understand what would be our capabilities, we started to see few vendors and few companies that are running a virtual event quite successfully. We as a team, besides Travis and me, there are quite a few more people working on the team, decided to learn, step up, and realize that we will be able to make it happen.
Mm-hmm. Now, Travis, this is a virtual conference, but is there a theme to this year's summit?
Yeah, I've been joking around. It's outwit, outlast, outplay, like the Survivor one, but it is not. It's really got a number of themes. So as with every Ethereal, we think about how can we have all sorts of different folks enjoy this event. And so if you're looking at the lineup, if you are developing for Ethereum 2, there's all sorts of tracks there. There's obviously lots to talk about with DeFi. So much has happened in the past year. So very heavy in terms of applications. We also have all sorts of talks around the enterprise. So, we have folks like Paul Brody from Ernst & Young that will join us. And then we also have an invest track. So, we'll be talking about why is ETH a store of value? Why is the economic bandwidth of it so scarce, and why is that necessary to run all these DeFi applications? So I think the short answer is there's a little bit of something for everyone. And I would encourage everyone to go to etherealsummit.com/agenda. You'll quickly find as you scan it that it's organized in blocks of different topics. There's even a few topics a little outside of the bubble of the crypto Ethereum space that we live in. Like we'll be talking about deep fakes. We will also have a number of VR related panels. So you can hop into VR on your laptop in 2D, or if you have an Oculus headset, there will be a few panels with Lou Kerner of Crypto Mondays.
Mm-hmm. Lou Kerner, a good friend of the show. We even just spoke to him a couple of hours ago today. A very good friend of the show. Now, Dror, the world is global. With so many different time zones. I know that Travis, you're in San Francisco, and Dror, you're in Boston. I'm in Tel Aviv. How can you pull off a truly global conference when some time zones are 12 hours ahead, some 12 hours behind?
Yeah, so we had quite a few debates on that, and one of the initial idea was to have a 24/7 event, something that when you are doing a physical one, you can try to do it, but actually you're not going to do it. We decided that we will focus on the two main geographies of our registered people that are going to participate, and it's mostly the Americas hours and the European hours. But on the other end, since this event is for free and all of the content will be recorded, we believe that the main impact will be during the event, but also the days after the event when people will go and will consume the content at their own time. So from this perspective, this will serve basically the whole globe.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned that it's going to be for free. Where can people actually watch the conference?
So if you go to the Ethereal Summit website, you will have all of the details. Some of the session will be run in a kind of a centralized way, and people will be able to see it. I don't want to define it as a main stage or something like that, because obviously the event itself is not duplicating a physical event. We need to take the component of having a virtual event to a different level. And some of the event will be run using Zoom, like we are talking now. But you will have an area in the Ethereal Summit website that you will be able to find yourself and navigate the different topics that you want to listen. This is not kind of a one track for X number of hours. This is an actually event that you will need to choose where you are going, what are you engaging, and everything that's related to.
Very cool that, it's kind of in the control of the viewer. Now, Travis, a lot of a conference's draw in general, especially physical ones, it's the social aspect. It's the networking with people on the sides of the actual lectures and events. Is that opportunity lost here, or is this still possible for the Ethereal Summit virtually?
Yeah, well, I've thought a lot about this, and I think like we as a team have really thought about how can we help people to ultimately connect while they're at home. And I think I've arrived at the conclusion, there is no alternative, so you might as well join us. And so once you're registered and at the virtual event, while you can sit there, on your couch and listen to all sorts of interesting talks from people like Vitalik, you can also jump into breakout sessions. So there's about 25 breakout sessions. These often will take place in Zoom. Some of them will take place in VR. And that just allows you to, potentially ask questions, weigh in on different topics that you have an expertise around. There also could be some opportunities with some like after parties. I think we'll be doing different types of meetups through Zoom, but also through VR if you have a headset. So yeah, I think we're doing the best to make do with the reality of everybody being at home. I think the thing I'm most excited for is that everyone is stuck at home. And so, I don't know if you've read up lately on the fact that we're going to run out of TV shows pretty soon. We're going to run out of all sorts of entertainment that normally gets produced and gets released, slowly over time. And so in terms of being able to learn from some of the most brilliant minds in our community, this is a big opportunity. You can watch almost 200 speakers now. We keep saying 150, but it's grown to almost 200. So you might as well like learn something while you're in quarantine and find some way to personally grow from that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the only thing more fun than a crypto after party is a crypto after party through VR.
Yeah. Exactly.
Now, Dror, there's many challenges here, I'm sure, to putting together any conference, but what is the biggest challenge of putting together a virtual conference?
I think the biggest challenge that we had is to simply change our mindset, okay? First of all, to decide not to be attached to the fact that we need to be in May in New York for a physical event. That was kind of first in the process. And like I said, it was a little bit earlier because we got kind of an advance notice internally. And the second is to realize that you have tons of different options and opportunities. You are not constrained by a physical location with the number of rooms and the audio issues and a lot of stuff that in the physical world are extremely difficult, not an issue at all. And to think, about all of the options that you can do on a virtual event. Not only this, we learned quite quickly that we have a lot of different tools, not only Zoom, that we can use, and to make sure that people are engaging, learning, having fun, and we'll continue to talk about it after the event itself.
Very cool. Now, Travis, Dror spoke a little bit about this, but but the crypto community might be the most perfect group of people to attend a virtual summit because of their inherent tech savvy background and their so-called introverted reputation. Is something like this even possible outside of the crypto community? And if this is a success, do you think that more of these virtual conferences will become norm?
Yeah, I'm really optimistic. I'm like one of those people who's kind of enjoying the quarantine. I'm not happy for folks to have lost jobs, and that's something I want to be resolved as soon as possible. But if you have the privilege to be able to be at home right now, there's just a lot of opportunity to think and to grow. And so I think that virtual conferences are going to become a norm. I think that obviously that got accelerated by everything that's happened, and I look forward to returning to live events. I mean, I'm very excited to see folks in person again, and to be able to connect. There's a warmth to being in person with others. But while we're stuck in this situation, I've seen churches. My parents I know who barely know how to run their iPhone and just got one a few years ago. They're watching church through Zoom. I thought that was really interesting. I know we've done like happy hours with my parents and my wife's parents, like through Zoom. So, we're lucky because this community is quick to adapt. I mean, this community was buying VR headsets back in January. I know Ryan Selkis is the whole reason that I got a VR headset, because he was screaming at everyone, hey, like, you should get this because they're going to run out of these soon. So I'm very grateful for, how quick to adopt our community is. And, I think that I've seen very little friction in terms of talking with speakers, no matter what generation they're from, no matter what their background is. Everyone is just quick to be flexible now. And that's kind of a privilege to have people work with us in that manner.
Mm-hmm. And like you mentioned, this is a great educational opportunity. You're in quarantine, you're in lockdown. You might as well, learn something, get a new insight. But you guys are also adding a charitable element to the summit. Tell me a little bit about that.
Dror, do you want to answer that, or I can?
Oh, go ahead, Travis.
Yeah. We're going to be raising money through the giving block. Those will be fiat and Bitcoin donations. And then you can also donate through Gitcoin grants, which you can donate, in that case, ETH or ERC20 tokens, like probably DAI, USDC, all of the different stable coins. And then that's being raised along with ConsenSys with the CoinDesk event, which will happen the week after. That's something else you should check out. You should register for our event, etherealsummit.com/register, and then make sure you register for the ConsenSys event as well. And all the money is going to go to a variety of charities like Save the Children and some other COVID-19 related charities.
Very exciting news you guys are putting on. I know you guys are working tirelessly to put this on, educational and for a good cause. Travis, tell them one more time where they could sign up if they want to join this.
If you want to sign up, go to etherealsummit.com/register. If you want to check out the lineup, it's etherealsummit.com/agenda. And if you want to listen to our new podcast, which is what I host called the Ethereal Summit, you should check out etherealsummit.com/podcast.
Okay, guys, sounds awesome. I can't wait. I know many of our viewers at home can't wait. Dror, Travis, thanks so much for joining us. I can't wait to speak to you guys soon. And for all our viewers at home, if you want more on blockchain tech or cryptocurrency news, make sure to check us out at blocktv.com.
Watch us on Amazon Fire TV and Roku.